Kamala Devi Harris is a trailblazing American politician, attorney, and public servant who made history as the 49th Vice President of the United States, becoming the first woman, the first Black American, and the first South Asian American to hold the office. Born on October 20, 1964, in Oakland, California, to immigrant parents, her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, a cancer researcher from India, and her father, Donald Harris, an economics professor from Jamaica, Kamala was raised in a multicultural, socially conscious household that emphasized justice, activism, and education. She attended public schools in Berkeley, sang in the choir at a Black Baptist church, and also visited Hindu temples with her mother. Harris graduated from Howard University, a historically Black college in Washington, D.C., where she double-majored in political science and economics and joined Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, then earned her Juris Doctor from the University of California, Hastings College of the Law. After passing the California bar, she began her legal career as a deputy district attorney in Alameda County, focusing on prosecuting child abuse and violent crimes. She later moved on to become the managing attorney of the Career Criminal Unit in the San Francisco District Attorney's Office and was elected San Francisco's District Attorney in 2003. During her tenure, she introduced progressive reforms, including a reentry program for first-time drug offenders, while maintaining a tough stance on violent crime. In 2010, she was elected California's Attorney General, becoming the first woman and the first person of color to hold the office. As Attorney General, she tackled issues ranging from environmental justice to foreclosure fraud and criminal justice reform. Known for her pragmatic approach, she at times clashed with progress over decisions related to police accountability, but remained a rising star in Democratic politics. In 2016, Harris was elected to the U.S. Senate, becoming the second Black woman in U.S. history to serve in that chamber. As a senator, she served on the Intelligence, Homeland Security, Judiciary, and Budget committees, and gained national attention for her sharp prosecutorial questioning during high-profile hearings, including those involving Supreme Court nominees and members of the Trump administration. In 2019, Harris launched her campaign for the Democratic presidential nomination for the 2020 election, highlighting her personal story and progressive policies on healthcare, immigration, criminal justice reform, and climate change. Although her campaign generated early excitement, it struggled with internal issues and inconsistent messaging, leading her to suspend it before the primaries. In a historic move, Joe Biden selected her as his running mate in August 2020, and together they won the election, defeating Donald Trump and Mike Pence. On January 20, 2021, Kamala Harris was sworn in as vice president, breaking centuries of precedent and becoming a symbol of representation for millions. During her vice presidency, Harris took on a wide-ranging portfolio that included addressing the root causes of migration from Central America, leading the White House's push for voting rights legislation, advocating for reproductive freedom in the wake of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, supporting small business recovery post-pandemic, and representing the U.S. on diplomatic missions across Asia, Europe, and Africa. Despite facing challenges such as low approval ratings and political gridlock, she remained a steadfast advocate for democracy and equity. In 2024, following President Biden's decision not to seek re-election, Harris became the Democratic nominee for president, making her the first woman of color to lead a major U.S. party's national ticket. Her campaign emphasized economic equity, reproductive rights, climate action, and protecting democracy. But despite significant national support, she lost the general election to Donald Trump, who returned for a second term. After leaving office in January 2025, Harris continued her commitment to public service, writing books, mentoring young leaders, and speaking on social justice, democracy, and women's rights. Known for her resilience, charisma, and legal expertise, Kamala Harris remains a powerful figure in American history and politics, representing both progress and the enduring challenges of leadership in a deeply divided era. Her legacy is marked by countless firsts, a fierce commitment to justice, and an unwavering belief in the power of public service to transform lives.